So, I'm having a lot of anxiety, and I'm not really quite sure why. I feel more or less it's just work stuff, and this house is a disaster, and the girls are almost out of school, and with the girls being out of school, I'm about to go into peak season, back to school season at work, because retail sucks. But I'm also just, there's a lot of transitions at work. Not necessarily in my store, but within my company right now, and change is always good. But change is always hard to get through, especially when there's more than one person involved. Change within ourselves, like what I'm trying to do right now, it's daunting, but I also have control, which gives me a sense of peace. When it comes to stuff at work and we don't have control, it's scary because you're not the only one making decisions, and other people make decisions for different reasons, whether it be personal, whether it be for gain, whether it be just selfishness, or sometimes it's just they don't know what they're doing, and that's okay too. I don't know what I'm doing 90% of the time, but I'm doing my best, and I don't know, it's very stressful to me sometimes, and sometimes it's hard to stomach, and it comes out in anxiety for me, which is like tightening of the chest, and makes me feel like it's really hard for me to breathe. Sometimes I cry a lot, but that's okay. I'm not necessarily emotional at the moment, though I'm sure I could be at the drop of a hat if something triggered me to be. But I don't know. I'm discovering this form of therapy with sharing myself and my thoughts out loud when I spend a lot of my time alone, especially lately at work. I'm normally in my store helping, doing things, being social, and right now I'm in my stock room where I really don't have anybody to talk to. And if there is somebody with me helping, we're normally not necessarily being social, but keeping busy and trying to have conversation, and sometimes that's distracting, and can't have it all. But I'm trying to discover a different facet of myself through, I guess, self-therapy, which I don't know if this is gonna work, but it feels nice. Being vocal and sharing my shit with people that are close to me, and maybe one day people not so close to me. But I feel like sometimes we have to be real with ourselves, and if that means making a video and talking it out and just letting all of our shit out, sometimes it makes us feel better. I'm trying not to say very much, but that's my brain thinking out loud. Just like that. But I don't know. I had a pretty productive day today. We are doing transfers from my store to an outlet store, and I have 20 something boxes. About 20, maybe 21, 22, depending on logistics. But I wasn't able to work the way that I wanted to the last 2 days. Thursday, there was a down telephone pole that completely made our stockroom inaccessible. So I worked in my store, but I really needed to work on transfers. And then Friday, the other store manager that shares a computer with me to do transfers, I felt tried to push his bullshit on me and I was very unappreciative of it. But I tried to maintain my karma points, and so I let him use the computer when I really needed it. And he's not exactly the most thoughtful person when it comes to other people's time and other people's effort and just other people in general. And I try to be overly considerate, which is partially my downfall. I know it. But he kind of fucked my shit up the last 2 days. And then I literally drank an energy drink today, and I just went hard. And I processed 16 boxes worth of transfers by myself today, which is exhausting because it's lifting, like counting, making sure everything is perfect, making sure everything's going the way it needs to be going. I'm not talking to anybody, I'm just like hardcore focusing. And I have 4.5 more boxes to do tomorrow. All of this shit is due Monday because this all has to be out of our system and picked up by FedEx on Monday. And here I am scanning freaking boxes. I let him know at the end of my day because I'm trying to conserve payroll and not do a bunch of overtime. And I don't know, be a mom and be around my kids. Like, today's Saturday, they're not in school. And I texted him and let him know, hey, I have 4.5 more boxes to do. And this guy freaking texts me, haha, hey, wanna do mine? And I'm like, LOL. Yeah, it's gonna cost you, like, money. Thinking that he would be like, yeah, I was just kidding. No. He's like, how much? Bitch, I don't want to do your stuff. I don't want to do your work. No. You already fucked my shit up the last 2 days by making me put my shit off even further because you needed it. Because you had to have your days off and didn't tell me anything, so I had to wait. Which now I know for the future. Do not wait for anybody's shit. Do not wait for anybody to tell you anything, and just do it. And honestly, after talking for the last almost 8 minutes, I feel a lot better. I don't feel so angry. And surprisingly, my anxiety has kind of just dialed itself down, which is exciting. I feel better. I hope you laughed and kind of joined a little facet of my life for a minute. And yeah, I hope the evening for everyone on this planet is a little bit better.